Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Pokémon X. Today I'm doing post narration because my voice really didn't record. Yeah, go figure. Well, these winds are kind of annoying and there are a lot of random battles in this area here because I think we saw that mechanic last episode where they crawl towards you and then there occurs a battle. That's how it works. So yeah. It's kind of annoying because you pretty much only encounter Pokemon that have Arena Trap. Trap Engine, Ductrio. You can also encounter Gibbles, which do not have Arena Trap obviously, but they are pretty rare, so more often than not you will actually have to fight the Pokemon you encounter. Well, I keep having trouble with finding the path to the door. Eventually I will find it, but that's halfway through the episode or so. And then I jump onto that and it's like, oh, now I'm back here again. Great. And I thought, well, I might need my Skiddo to do this, but then again, would I actually need a Skiddo to just progress with the game? That didn't really make any sense to me, so I just went on looking and eventually I found where I had to be. Again, this Charizard is way overpowered, it's level 41 at this point, and Charizard's just an overpowered son of a... yeah. So... yeah, really not much to say about this. I don't really do post-commentary that often, so I'm really not good at it either. So we just gotta bear with me for the next about 20 minutes. And there's a lot of battles after each other, which means, well, I don't have shit to talk about. What happened is, as soon as I got out of a battle, the Pokemon respawned and attacked me again, so I could only move a couple pixels and then I would be thrown into a new battle again. And it's kind of annoying when that happens, but sometimes you just gotta deal with it because you ain't changing that shit. Also, something you guys might want to know by now, it's probably fixed by the time this is uploaded, but at the time of recording this, you cannot save in Luminous City. I don't know how it's called, I think it's Luminous City. Outside. Don't save in that city because it will corrupt your save file. You will lose all your save files. And that's not that bad if you visit the first time around, but if you visit the second time around or at a later point in the game and you save outside and you turn oven on your DS and you try and load it, your save file will be dead. You won't be able to play it anymore, so don't save in that city. Again, by the time this goes up, it probably already is patched. I don't know, it might be. I hope it is. As far as I know, it only affects Pokemon Y, but it might affect Pokemon X, so please don't, for the love of God, save outside in Luminous City, because it will kill your save file, and if you're later on in the game, that is a pretty big deal. So, yeah, I switched to Chestnut and I tried to catch this Gible by biting it. I was sure that it wouldn't kill it, it did. So... yeah, that's a Gibble not being used. I'm kind of tempted to use a Gibble over Axew. I am not sure whether or not I want to do that. I mean, I kind of like Axew and Haxorus and the thing in between them. But then again, Gibble, Mega Garchomp, I don't know. Mega Garchomp's pretty amazing. I know I pick my Pokemon based on the fact whether they have a Mega Evolution or not, and I can only Mega Evolve one Pokemon per battle, which kind of defeats the point of having a whole point with Mega Evolutions. But honestly, in the main game, you don't really use more than one Pokemon in a battle. The Elite Four, if you are up against a fighting type, you use Alakazam, so might as well use Mega Alakazam, because I'm not gonna be using Charizard against that. Just for instance. So, having a full team with Mega Evolutions might not be a bad idea in the main game. In the meta game, it's a really bad idea. Just have one Mega Evolution, that's it. Competitively, don't have a full team of Mega Evolutions because you're never going to be able to use them. You might not actually want Mega Evolutions at all. I am not sure how that's going to go down, but seeing as how Mega Evolutions require you to sacrifice a hold item, I don't think it's worth it because you get powered up a little bit, you got a more powerful ability more often than not, but you give up something like maybe Choice Band or Choice Specs or Choice Scarf, which would do the exact same thing as your Mega Evolution, but a lot better. Granted, you don't get locked into one move, but you shouldn't really have a problem with being locked into one move if you give your Pokemon a choice item. So I don't think Mega Evolutions are broken whatsoever if you compare it to choice items. But hey, that's just my opinion. I tried to catch this Gible at almost full health. I didn't think it would work, but I might as well try it, don't we? So something happened there on screen that was kind of odd. I switched out into actually trying to fell swipe it, but then this happened. Takedown. That killed my Axew. Was not happy with that whatsoever, because I couldn't false swipe anymore. So Gible was hit by the recoil, I guess that's good. I don't know what I switched into after this, honestly. Oh yeah, Charizard for Dragon Rage, because I was sure that was not less than 40 HP left at that level. So Dragon Raged the Gible, and that didn't kill it, so I was happy. He just Sandstorm, really didn't care, because I was gonna throw a Pokeball at it, and I think that catches it. I think it might. It might. I'm not sure. It might. We'll have to see. Great Ball. That's 1, 2, 3. And that's a Gible caught. Like I said, I haven't put it on my team just yet, but I am thinking about putting it up on my team. Replacement for Axew. Normally I would ask you guys, but seeing as how this is recorded way in advance, I am not going to. I probably will change him up with Axew, but then again, I might want a Flygon. But a Flygon doesn't have a Mega Evolution, and yeah, I pick my Pokemon based on whether they have a Mega Evolution or not. That's what Mega Evolutions do, man. That's what they do. So, yeah, I think it's gonna be Mega Garchomp in my team for a Dragon-type Pokemon. I mean, my Dragon-type Pokemon, whoever it is the one that's gonna get changed up for Xerneas, because Alakazam is the one that's gonna be changed up for Mewtwo, and then there's really nothing that's gonna be Fire. Maybe Moltres, but I don't know. I don't know. Do I actually really need a Dragon-type Pokemon? I mean, I have Mega Charizard X, which is finally a Dragon Fire type. So, honestly, do I need it? Yeah, and now I found the Team Flare guy, which gives me the pass. I thought it would. Didn't quite do it. I mean, he told me where to get it pretty much, but he didn't quite give it to me. So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, my team. So, I don't exactly know who's gonna be doing what, but however, it's gonna be, someone's gonna be changed out for the Z Legendary. I don't know how it's called. And that's Dragon Ground, so I don't know. My final team will at least have Xerneas within it. Preferably Yveltal, but I can't get a Yveltal probably. Or one of my friends has to just want to give it to me, but that's probably not gonna happen. So, Xerneas, preferably Yveltal, probably not. Then Mewtwo, the Z Legendary, which is called something like Zygrade or something, I think. And then there are 3 more spots, preferably with Yveltal. That would be 2 more spots left to fill, and I don't know who's gonna fill them. I just don't have a clue. And Mewtwo is gonna be the one to Mega Evolve at my team. So, who else would fit that team? I mean, I've got a Psychic type, I've got a Ground Dragon type, I've got a Fairy type. Preferably a absolutely overpowered, like it would even be banned from Ubers. That strong is Yveltal. Dark Flying type. Have you seen that Oblivion Wing? I mean, that is damn powerful. It's like, I think, base power 100. I'm gonna be looking that up actually. Give me a second. I hope you continue to just play. Yeah, you do. I'm gonna be looking that up. Oblivion Wing base power. I think it's like 100. Oblivion Wing Pokemon move. Might be in Bulbapedia already, I don't think. In Japanese it's Deathwing. Base power is 80. Okay, so 80. Then it gets Stab, which makes it 120. And then its ability doubles that, which makes it 240. Together with its absolutely amazingly high stats, because it's a legendary Pokemon. It is a... it's a special type, it's a special move, and it's Yveltal. I guess Yveltal has really high special attack. Let me look that up again. It doesn't say yet anything about its stats, I don't think. No, it doesn't. I don't think it does, no. Bulbapedia has no information on its stats, but I can only assume that if you train that thing in special attack EVs, it will absolutely destroy everything. I mean, that's a power of 240. That's just normally effective. If that's super effective, that's 480. Let's just think about it. That's a power of 480 if it's super effective. That might be the single most powerful move in the game. That might be the single most powerful move. And then, together with a really special offensive Pokemon, I'm guessing, I don't quite know that for sure, and a special attack EVs, that thing will kill everything in just about one hit. One or two, I mean, if it's gonna be 2 hits, it'll be a lot. I mean, its base power, with together with Stab and Yveltal's ability, is not double Hyper Beam, because Hyper Beam is 150, but it's close to double the amount of Hyper Beam. And Hyper Beam absolutely kills people already, and that has a turn recharge. This one doesn't. Oblivion Wing is the most powerful move in the game. It's ridiculous. And on top of that, it heals Yveltal. If you use it, it heals it with like, I think a fourth of the HP damage it does. It heals it back. So that means Yveltal with Oblivion Wing, probably invincible. I don't know how much PP it has, but I hope it's only like 5. Maybe 10. Let's look at that actually. PP 10. With max PP that would be 16. So... okay, yeah, that's a lot. I mean, it's still kind of broken though. You have to admit, it's still kind of broken. So yeah, that's why Yveltal is a stronger and better Pokemon than Xerneas. I must say, I really was proud of having a Pokémon X version, because Mega Mewtwo, Mega Charizards, I kinda like Xerneas' design better than Yveltal's, if I'm not gonna be lying here. I mean, a lot of people say Xerneas is just, it's stupid. I quite like Xerneas, as a matter of fact. I think Yveltal looks a little odd. I don't know. Now that I've seen how powerful Yveltal is, I can only hope that Xerneas' signature move will be close to it, but I know it's just not gonna be. It just can't be, come on. So, yeah, Yveltal is the better Pokemon. For sure. Yveltal is broken as fuck. They better fix that in Generation 7. I mean, it probably is like really fragile or really slow, one of the two, but it doesn't look slow. I mean, it's bird and the trailer, it's shown that it's pretty fucking fast, so I'm guessing that it has a high speed stat. So that means it's pretty fragile, which doesn't really matter because it can, 1, heal itself, number 2, it destroys everything on one hit, so does it matter that it gets killed by just a tackle? No, it doesn't, because it will kill you before you can even look at it. Yeah, again, Yveltal is a broken piece of shit. Oh, we're going into the power plant now. So, I've done my little rant about Yveltal. I don't know what to talk about for the remaining like 10 minutes of this video, other than the really nice camera angle, which I didn't notice while playing, because I just don't know, man. I just don't know. But yeah, Team Flares infiltrated this as well, this power plant. Team Flares are getting a little more interactive with you at this point. They start battling you a little more, and they still don't tell you who their leader is, but if it isn't obvious, I don't know what is. I mean, that Lysander guy is so damn obviously their leader. He's talking about having a more beautiful world, which apparently is their goal, and then there's the red hair, which they all share, and the Holocauster, which the one Team Flare member used. I mean, and it's made by its company of Lysander. So Lysander is the leader of Team Flare, there's no doubt about that. But I'm kind of curious to see how that's gonna work out in the story. The story up till now is not that interesting, it's just like, we have to find out what Mega Evolution means! And then there's Generation 5 with Anne, who actually makes a valid point, and actually makes a good story, and yeah, then there's Mega Evolution. So I hope it's gonna get better than the way it is now. Again, Mega Lucario absolutely kills that Scraggy so damn much. It's, again, ridiculous. The stats of most Pokemon get up to like Ubers. It's like damn too high. But then again, they don't get you with another item. So I don't consider that overpowered. You can say I'm crazy, but I don't think Mega Evolution is overpowered. And I think a lot of people would agree with me, if the people know what they're talking about. If the people don't know what they're talking about and just saying random shit and only play Pokemon casually, I don't say I'm a competitive master, but I actually know a little bit. I know my way in competitive battling. And I don't consider it overpowered whatsoever. I consider it a replacement, a little bit of a weaker replacement. You know, it powers up your moves and your stats a little bit more. A little bit less, I mean, than like a Choice Band does. But it gives you the freedom to change between moves. So I guess that everyone who gets a Mega Evolution will go up in tiers. I mean, most of them, like Charizard up, I think NU at the moment. They will go up to at least OU. Not Ubers probably, because it's still a Charizard, I mean, duh. But yeah, I think they will go up like a couple tiers. I don't know what Lucario is, for instance, but I mainly play Ubers, so yeah. But I can see why people say it's overpowered, but they just don't look into it enough. What I consider to be overpowered is Mewtwo. I mean, it's already like the top Pokemon together with Arceus of Ubers, and it gets a Mega Evolution. That shit is overpowered, but then again, it replaces its hold item, which means it gets balanced out a little bit, but yeah. It's not as, I mean, a Psychic from Mega Mewtwo Y, for instance. I believe Mega Mewtwo Y special attack raises, I think, maybe. Let's just say it does. A Psychic from Mega Mewtwo Y isn't as strong as a Psychic from a normal Mewtwo with choice packs. But it's a little weaker, not that much, but it's a little weaker. But it gets you freedom to change between attacks. Once on Psychic, next on Focus Blast. Focus Blast you might actually... no. Focus Blast, I want to say Focus Blast you might actually want to do with Mega Mewtwo X, but it's still a special attack, and that thing, special attack, seems to be horrible because its physical attack is way through the roof. So... again, I don't consider them to be overpowered. A lot of people do, but I don't think a lot of people put enough thought into their sayings. People just shout shit, and it's like, it's overpowered! No, it's not, just think about it for a second, you dumbass. Yeah, I have to talk for 5 more minutes, and I don't know what to talk about, so I'm ranting about people saying Mega Evolution is overpowered, because it ain't. It's just not overpowered. Not in the slightest. It will give weak Pokemon advantages, and weak Pokemon will go up in tiers a little bit. I mean, obviously they will. But, for instance, Mega Charizard is still a Fire type, so it still gets 25% damage from Stealth Rocks. Not 50 anymore, but in order to avoid that, you have to lead with Charizard. Which means you can't have a good lead, because Charizard is not gonna be a good lead in any team. Because you have to start the battle out with Mega Evolving him, and then maybe switching him out. I will not say he's really weak, because a stab, really powerful Outrage with Tough Claws, I mean, that will absolutely kill anybody. But don't forget, that will only last 2 or 3 turns. That won't sweep a whole team, and then he gets confused. And you can't give him a Lumberry because he has to hold the Charizardite X. So I don't see the problem. After 2 or 3 turns, he gets confused. And then you can try outraging again, but the chance of that succeeding 3 times in a row again is pretty low. I mean, that's way down there. So yeah, I think I'm done with my rant, and I still have like 3 more minutes to go, I think. So my conclusion on this is Mega Evolution is not overpowered. What are your thoughts about this? I kind of want to discuss this with people, because I know I don't get a lot of views on these, and I normally don't do these common question of the day type of things, but I kind of want to know, what do you guys think about Mega Evolution? Is it overpowered? I mean, everyone thinks it's epic. If you don't think Mega Evolution is epic, you're probably not a fan of Pokemon in the first place. But do you think it's overpowered, or do you think I am absolutely right and it's not overpowered? Or do you think it really doesn't matter because you don't play competitively anyway? What do you think about it? Everyone is welcome. Just put your thoughts down in the description. No, not the description. The comments below. I really want to know what you guys think about this Mega Evolution thing. I like it. I don't think it's overpowered. I think it's a nice change of pace. But I think people are losing their shits over nothing. And it's not as bad as when they were first announced. But still, a lot of people I hear saying it's overpowered. And it's just not. It's not overpowered. At least not in my opinion. Maybe you guys think differently about it. I kinda hope you do, because I like to get some discussion going on in the comment section. Because interaction with people. That's why I like YouTube. And I'm not getting it. Because I don't have a lot of views. And really doesn't matter. But I'd like, for this video, just comment please. And I want to know your opinion on this. And even if you don't play Pokemon, if you just don't know what Mega Evolution is, just look it up. If you don't know what Mega Evolution is, you've been missing out on this whole Let's Play. That's pretty much it, yeah. Yeah, this Alakazam is really annoying. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna be hitting myself at my face. I might as well go to sleep. Let's not do that. No, let's not. Good. So, I thank you guys so much for watching this episode. The last portion of this video will be without my narration, because I am done for today. Do not forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe to my channel for more Pokemon X and Y content. Not post-commentated though, so yeah. And, well, the comments you can place about Mega Evolution obviously. So, I will see you all back next time, hopefully with a live commentary again. Bye.